Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. I'm Kevin Freeman. We're joined now by head women's soccer coach Lars Anderson. Coach, good to see you as always.
Thanks for having me.
Team's off to a great start so far. You're 3-0. You've scored 11 goals, but you've only given up 1 on defense at this point. To what do you credit this quick start so far, and are you pleased with what you've seen?
Well, I'm very happy with what I've seen so far. I think we're quite a bit better than last year. We've added some key pieces. We also got Rebecca back, who was out last year with a torn ACL after 3 games, and we've added 3 new players, all 3 of whom are now find themselves in the starting lineup. And we also have some players that are quite frankly playing a lot better. Amalia has really been a difference-making player. She has scored goals in all 3 games so far, and we've tinkered a little bit with our starting lineup too. So I'm very, very excited about where we are so far, but we still have both feet on the ground. It's a long ways to go.
You bet. You've played 3 games so far over the last 10 days or so, and I wanted you just to comment very briefly on each of them, if it's all right. I wanted to start first with your first game. It was a 5-0 win over Mount Olive. How does a big win like that set the stage for the season?
Well, anytime you can open the season with a win, you're going to be pleased. We did not play very well in the first half, even though we were up 1-0 at halftime. I was not happy with the way we had approached that game, but we came out in the second half and played much better, and I felt in the end it could have been maybe 2 or 3 more goals. We really played a solid second half. Our next game was the Belmont Abbey game, and I think that was a good learning experience for us because we gave up a goal. We had dominated the game, but then gave up a goal after about 30 minutes against a run of play, and that's a real gut check for a team. And I felt like we stayed calm, we stayed composed, we got it back to 1-1 at half, and then scored 3 in the second half and ended up winning 4-1. And then our last game obviously was a Georgia Southwestern game, conference opener on the road. There was a similar to the football team, we had delay in the game after we had 20 minutes left in the game. Yeah, we were up 2-0, but still the game was hanging in the balance, and we ended up having to go to the locker room for a little over an hour. But we won the game 2-0. I would have liked to score a few more goals, but again, 3 points in this conference, maybe the best in the country in Division II women's soccer, you're going to take any day. So I'm pleased with where we're at so far.
Okay, I wanted to focus on the Georgia Southwestern game again for a second. This was a game where you really completely dominated the run of play.
Correct.
The Lady Hurricanes never challenged your goalkeeper at all. I think they only had 3 shots, none of which were on goal, whereas you had 27 shots. And with a few more bounces, this game could have easily been 5-0.
Well, we hit the crossbar a few times. We hit the post a couple of times, and really, if there's a negative takeaway from that game, and it's sort of a good and bad, we created a lot of opportunities in the final third. We were not very efficient in the final third, and that's something that we need to address in training, obviously.
And you've mentioned this, of course, how important it is to get off the mark early in the Peach Belt. I know last year you started off with Columbus State as one of your very first games in the Peach Belt, and this year you have the fortune or the misfortune for them to be the very last game, I believe, in the Peach Belt season. So definitely getting a win against a team on paper that you probably should beat.
It was a game that on paper, and no disrespect, but Georgia Southwestern, that historically speaking, this was a must-win 3-point game.
Yes. Now, despite the start, I know that there are some things that you still want to focus on. I know that you're working hard in training right now to correct some of the little flaws and little errors that you've seen in the first 3 games. What do you still need to tighten up in your opinion?
Well, clearly our efficiency in the final third is not what it needs to be. In all 3 of these games, we've had plenty of opportunities, and you may think I'm spoiled. We're 3-0 and we've scored a lot of goals, but we could have scored a lot more goals. We need to get better at our play in the wide areas. We have 2 fantastic outside midfielders that both have pace. They can go at players. They can knock a nice cross in the box. They can take the ball byline. They're very talented players, and we're not utilizing them enough. We're not switching the point of attack as quickly as I want to. We're hanging on to the ball a little bit too long. Sounds like I've got a long laundry list here, but these are really minor tweaks. I feel like we're heading in the right direction, but certainly we have some improvements to do still.
And it certainly makes it easier for you as a coach to manage these tweaks while you're winning as opposed to when you're losing.
Absolutely. Winning cures all else.
Well, we've got about a minute left here in this first segment. I wanted to talk about Brittany Bennett, or have you talk about your goalkeeper for a few minutes. As we said, she really wasn't challenged in the Georgia Southwestern game, but she's all Peach Belt. She's the backbone of this team. Talk about her leadership qualities and what she brings to this club.
Well, I think since Brittany stepped on the pitch wearing the black and gold of UNC Pembroke, she has taken the conference
Providence by storm. She's an outstanding goalkeeper, and she's even better this year than she was last year. She has gotten herself in the best shape that she's ever been in. She's a great shot stopper. She's great in the air. She has a fantastic command of the game, and really has a true passion for soccer, and gives us a weapon that a lot of other programs don't have.
All right, Coach, we're going to take our final break. We come back, we're going to talk to Coach Anderson a little more about the upcoming schedule.